remind them of the safety of their deposits and investments. The central bank this morning announced the withdrawal of the license of the two commercial banks for lack of the required capital to keep them in operation. This means UT Bank and Capital Bank from today cease to operate as commercial banks in Ghana. Now, GCB has taken over the operations of the two. Governor of the Bank of Ghana has been explaining the decision leading to the revocation of the licenses at a press briefing this morning.
He said that there were 9 banks. There were 9 banks. Now, of those 9 banks, only 2 were insolvent. And in any case, I think about 5 of those banks are already above the 10% threshold. So there's been a lot of progress in terms of the building of their capital markets. So that I don't think that there are any issues there in terms of whether there are other banks that are in the same situation as these 2 banks. No, there are not. I can emphatically tell you that these are the only 2 insolvent banks that we have in the system. And that leads me on to the question of whether you should take assurances of the Bank of Ghana seriously. Of course you should. When we report on the banking system, we are reporting on the aggregate banking system. And again today, I'm telling you that the banking system as a whole is solid and well capitalized. There may be 1 or 2 banks that have slightly weaker positions, but that does not characterize the entire industry. Now, the issue about how many banks do we have 33 banks. I know there are 3 more that have been licensed that are yet to start operations. And if you take these 2 out, now we'll probably have 31 banks with 3 more that are yet, even though they are getting their licenses, are yet to start operating. Whether this is optimal or not, this is about the 3rd or 4th time I'm addressing this issue in an NPC press conference, that we are operating a framework which allows freedom of entry and freedom of exit. Once we set the minimal conditions and the exit conditions, the optimal numbers will come out of the framework. And as you know, with the minimum capital requirement, if you can meet the minimum capital requirement, you have the entry. If you are not able to make the minimum capital adequacy ratios, such as these 2 banks where things have deteriorated to the extent that they are insolvent, you exit. So that's the framework that we are operating.
The governor of the Bank of Ghana explaining what led to the revocation of the license of these 2 banks. Now, a visit by Joy News to the head office of UT Bank at Airport City revealed that staff at the time were being barred from entering the facility. Ebenezer Sabute has more.
We understand GCB has taken over the bank and logos are being changed to GCB. The flag of UT Bank has been replaced with a flag of GCB Bank. It is unclear yet what is going to happen to staff of the company. But earlier on, I engaged some staff who were telling me that, yes, they are kind of scared because they don't know what the future might be. Others too are hopeful that their appointment or their contract are still intact. Before I got to this point, some of the staff were restricted. You know, before you could enter into a bank or even when you are entering into your office, you could expect that at least since you have your staff on you, you'll be allowed easily. But this time around, it wasn't so. They were taking through strict, security measures before allowed entry into the banking hall. As of now, no customer has reported here yet to either withdraw his or her money. But I can report that staff of the company are being restricted some way, somehow, entry into the banking hall. From the head office of UT Bank here at Airport, I'm Ebenezer Sabute.
Let's go back to Ebenezer to learn the latest from the UT Bank head office. Hello, Ebenezer.
Hello, Vicky. Sorry, Benny.
No problem. Have the staff been allowed to enter the premises now?
Earlier on, the staff have been allowed to enter the premises. But let me put on record that I'm currently at the Nima branch, where some customers have started branches in here. Some came in and left earlier on because they came and were so disappointed. Others are also standing by, waiting for 1 p.m. for the bank. And what they tell me is that they have no plans to, meet that situation because they know they were coming for their money. They stayed with the bank for years, and they know it's time they are coming for their money. And they are kind of disappointed with the Bank of Ghana and the UT Bank for not giving them the information earlier on or during the week. For them to wait till they start giving them the information, so they're very disappointed with the banking regulation.
All right, Ebenezer, I would love for you to reposition yourself. We are struggling to hear you there. But apart from these clients at the Nima branch of, now we know, the former UT Bank, what have they been telling you?
Okay, he's been telling me that since he's been serving with the bank, it's the first time that is happening. And he doesn't think it's the best because looking at how the bank has been operating from its beginning, when it was a financial services, provider, just a common microfinance, to today when it becomes a special bank, he's not expecting such situation. Also, he's a businessman who is expecting his money because he needs the money to do business, and he comes here to make such appointment. So he's not happy about it. I engaged another customer who was also telling me that he doesn't understand what is happening because they were just told that the bank is going to close down or is going to be taken over by the Bank of Ghana. But if that is the case, at least they should be allowed to take their money.
All right.
They are full of disappointment all over here.
All right. Finally, before you go, Ebenezer, we know that GCB said that operations were going to start at these banks they've taken over at 1 p.m. today. Do you get the indication that that will be possible?
Exactly. It's going to be possible. At the moment, some managers of the bank are in a very strong meeting, according to the information I've seen from the security guys here. And immediately it's 1 p.m., the bank, all the bank branches of the bank are going to be open for customers to come in. Let me also put across that I went to one of the capital bank branches at the airport, and I was told that I can't do any banking services because the bank is closed, and until 1 p.m. I cannot do any banking.
Right. Thank you very much, Ebenezer Sabute, for the update. He's visited a couple of UT Bank branches to figure out what's happening there with workers also and clients of this particular bank. But how about customers at the Capital Bank on the Spintex Road where their head office is located? Joy News' Kukwa reports that though staff were allowed entry, customers were restrained. They were assured operations would begin at 1 p.m. instead.
I'm currently standing in front of the Capital Bank headquarters on the Spintex Road. We've been here since about 7:30 this morning, and security seems to be quite tight on the compound. We've spoken to some workers, and they've told us, they've informed us that GCB officials are there going through their systems and checking on their businesses. They said transactions will start at 1 p.m. After 1 p.m., therefore customers will be able to come into the bank and go about their usual transactions. But until then, the compound is closed off to anybody apart from working staff. We also ascertained from some of the staff that they were not aware of the changes that were going on until this morning. So they closed from a meeting that was held earlier. We've seen the MD of the bank also enter the bank, but we've not been able to get any word from him yet. We'll definitely bring you more updates on that. My name is Kukwa Apia.
So that was Kukwa Apia. Let's just go to her now and pick the latest as regards the Capital Bank. Hello, Kukwa. What can you report? Has the bank, obviously, they said they'll open at 1, but what have you been picking up, on the premises there?
All right. So, we've spoken to a few customers who expressed their grievances. They complained about the fact that they weren't alerted prior to the changes that will be made today, and it has inconvenienced them greatly. As we speak, the logo, the Capital Bank logo, is coming off the building, and they're preparing to put the GTB logo up right now. And security is so tight. the workers are standing around looking at what's going on. We've seen some emotions from some people, have said some tears. And that's the general overview. Generally, it's a calm, solemn moment for the workers and for some of the customers as well.
Kukwa, have you been able to pick up any information from some of the workers there?
Yes, earlier in the morning we did speak to a few of the workers. They also expressed frustration in the fact that they weren't notified either prior to today. They expressed some disappointment in that. But apart from that, we haven't really seen any other events in the so far.
All right, thank you very much for the update. Kukwa Apia coming to us from the head office of Capital Bank there. Well, the Bank of Ghana is assuring you, if you deposit or if you have investment in any of these banks, that your investment and deposits are safe. Away from that, some mechanics from Alajo in Accra today besieged the Accra District Court as the case involving a businessman accused of murdering their colleague was heard. Yabuedi was shot last week Tuesday following a misunderstanding with the motorist Charles Frimpong when the latter was confronted on why he had parked his vehicle wrongly. Police prosecutors got the court to change the charge against the businessman from attempted murder to murder. Charles Frimpong has been remanded to prison custody. Joy News' Joseph Akable was in court and reports.
A 33-year-old Richard Yabuedi, who passed on about a week ago. This has to do with a shooting incident that took place at Alajo, a mechanic. It has to do with a disagreement over parking space, and this has got the attention of the mechanics involved. He was brought over to the courtroom, the accused person, Charles Frimpong, today. Police prosecutors handling the case did ask that a court allows them to amend the charge sheet to read from attempted murder to murder. They had argued that at the time he was picked up and brought over to the courtroom, the deceased person was then alive, for which reason they decided to charge him with attempted murder. But this time around he has passed on, for which reason they asked that he be charged with murder. His lawyers have expressed concerns about the fact that he is unwell. The magistrate did direct that he should be provided a needed medical attention. And these are some of his colleagues who have made it here to the courtroom. Let me quickly engage some of them to try and understand from them what brings them over to the courtroom in the first place. Nano pay the Abansina Moepia.
I said the medical no. Union Diokuno no nurse and Monday near den Baba Court. And Lutina me Yabaha. Tinias will be Tim Wassam. And himself any assassin. Yes, ye prepare. Ye tell you almost on Becca. Said ye dim round sono. Okun Union or Boni Tuono. Ye change of fair police on my family. Sa Mranana or your person Mudiso. No more. I said, and my back to try some necrosodo.
See, baby, say, some Nessi, you know, the Sena, Momejuman, Sikoya, Hamu Pana.
Hi, send them Monday. A month for Cassis is where I say, Yeduma. You got down one near Kaino. You down one near Kaino.
So the first question I asked him was why exactly they had made it over to the courtroom, and he explained to me that it's because of the incident that happened. There's one that they are following keenly, for which reason they came over. He says they exercised restraint when they apprehended the accused person. They didn't take the law into their own hands, so they expect that same law to be obeyed and taken through by the agencies handling this matter in terms of the court and the state prosecutors, for which reason they are here at the courtroom. He also tells me that it has affected their work at the place. Monday morning they're supposed to be working, but they've made it to the courtroom and they are here to support the justice system, hoping that it indeed ends in the right way. So you heard him there saying whether rain or shine, they will make it over to the courtroom to observe proceedings. So the request for the charge sheet to be amended was granted by Magistrate Victoria Ganza, and hearing of the matter continues on August 30, where the state, if ready, will be expected to start prosecution against Charles Frimpong, who is accused of murdering Richard Yabuedi. Reporting for Joy News from the Accra District Court, my name is Joseph Akable.
You're watching Joy News today with me, Bernice Abubedu. Still to come in this bulletin, we'll be telling you reactions of some customers and clients of UT Bank and Capital Bank as GCB takes over these two institutions.
About that.
You're watching Joy News today with me, Bernice Abubedu. Let's stay on this story that many will consider the biggest of the day, and it has to do with the takeover of UT Bank and Capital Bank. Here are some customers of these two banks.
We came here just because we are coming to collect our monies, but they said just because we should go so that 1 o'clock we should come back.
Okay, and did they tell you what is happening?
No, they don't tell us anything about that. We are worried because we need the money for something.
Actually, I wanted to buy something inside the market, inside the Bosokan. So I'm just waiting. I came here early as 8:30. But by now, they are even calling me why. But by now, I don't even know what to do right now. So I don't know. They said I should wait for 1 o'clock. I don't know. They didn't even... no information. I don't know. They didn't even inform us. Okay. So I don't know what is going on inside there.
I went to withdraw money at one of their branches and I was told the network was down. So I came to this branch and I was told the network here is also down. So we should come back at 1 p.m. Right now, I need money for my business, and I'm being told the network is not working.
We just heard the views of some disgruntled customers of the UT Bank, and what is happening is that, according to them, when they came this morning, they have been turned away. So for you, a business person, if you have been following the business news, there were reports that some banks were under distress as the Bank of Ghana prepared to increase the minimum capital. So this morning, we all woke up to a shocking news in the world of banking that GCB Bank has acquired UT Bank and Capital Bank. So currently I'm standing at the Bosiokai branch of the UT Bank, and as you can see behind me, the ATM is not working and customers are being turned away. But according to officials from this side, well, they will be open for business from 1 o'clock. However, until then, the customers seemed quite disgruntled. But we wait and see what happens.
Stay with us here on the Joy News channel for more on this particular story. Now, government's ban on illegal mining and the deployment of military personnel to illegal mining sites in the country is having a toll on not only illegal miners but residents and businesses in those communities. Dakrupe, located in the Bole district of the northern region, is one such community where the lives of the people hinges on gold mining. However, that particular community has seen some disadvantage as a result of these abandoned sites. The situation is already having a toll on some families and businesses. Joy News' Rafiq Salam traveled to Dakrupe and reports that the once vibrant gold enclave is gradually being deserted by illegal miners.
Dakrupe is one of the oldest mining hubs in the northern region. The land in the community is flat, with greater percentage of it seeded to rocks. Mining of gold at the Dakrupe was first started by the British Mining Company 96 years ago. They prospected, dug the pits, and mined for their precious commodity for 26 years before abandoning the site for more lucrative areas. Other mining companies, both legal and illegal, then joined the wagon to enjoy the booty left by the British Mining Company till date. Before the discovery of large deposit of gold here at the Dakrupe, one could have counted the number of houses and people around this area. However, the situation is different, as the people has a different story to tell. Alhaji Abu Asedu is a father of 7 with 2 wives. He also has 40 people who depend on him to survive. He hails from the Dakrupe and has been mining gold here for the past 34 years. Our
grandfather told us about the existence of gold in the community. I started mining for gold in 1983. Through gold mining, I have been able to take care of my 2 wives, 7 children, and relatives, some of whom are teachers. Mining is not only in our blood, but our way of life. We cannot stop.
The blunt truth is that the life of the Dakrupe community hinges on mining. The recent ban on illegal mining and the subsequent deployment of military men to mining sites in the country have put their lives on the edge of the sword. These cottages and 3 classroom blocks, constructed for nurses and teachers respectively by the Dakrupe Small Scale Miners Association, is enough evidence. Isaku Abdul Ganiu is from the Krupe, but was born at Tachiman in the Bonahafo region. He completed senior high school last year, but was unable to make it to any tertiary institution in the country. He traveled to his native, the Krupe, last month, where he believed he could break the dog, but unfortunately bumped into the ban on illegal mining.
It's affecting us because this is our only source of income. Yeah, this is what we do for a living. Yeah, our grandfathers, we didn't met them like into agriculture or farming. So we aren't going to farm. We are here, like, just starving a bit, just managing it. Government promised us that you will be building factories and companies which will help us in case of this galamsey. So we will just be working there. But for now, we haven't seen anything. We don't have any source.
Businessmen and women are also feeling the pinch of the ban on illegal mining. Nemo to Osman is from Bolgatanga in the Upper East region.
Now, can you imagine living your whole life without electricity? It means your entire socio-economic life is virtually shut down when darkness falls. Well, that's the story of residents of Katapi and surrounding communities in the Ahafo North District of the Ashanti region. All that is set to change for the better following the completion of a solar-powered project. Prince Apia visited the community to find out how residents have endured such neglect by the state.
It's already 6 p.m. and the JHS teacher has to go and pray. Afterwards, he prepares his lesson notes for school tomorrow. A routine he executes daily in darkness for 3 years since he was posted here.
It's about 8 p.m. here at Katape in the Ahafo North District of the Ashanti region, and we are here to speak to a teacher who has been enduring the absence of electricity.
For the past 3 years, this is what we've been doing, using torchlights and those stuff to prepare lesson notes. Sometimes when we are here over the weekends, then we use that opportunity to prepare. If not, then it's this situation that we find ourselves in. In fact, life here is not easy at all, because our kids here do write the same exams as those in the cities. And then over there they have everything they need to learn with. But it's not the case over here.
It is afternoon, and these students are cheerfully going through their lessons. As exciting as academic work seems, the absence of electricity has a toll on both the teacher and students. The situation, however, is set to change soon. Private firm Black Star Energy has provided solar-powered electricity to about 90 households in the community. Nicole Poindexter is Chief Executive Officer of the company.
We are motivated by providing electricity to any community that needs it and wants it. And so this is our 8th project, and what we do is we provide electricity that is affordable, reliable, sustainable, and scalable to any need that a community, a household has.
Member of Parliament for the area, Sanid Suleiman, spearheaded the initiative. He explains the gesture is timely because electricity from the grid is not in sight anytime soon.
If you look at the scheme of things, what has been happening previously, and looking at the trend and the way things are going, I do not expect that we'll have rural electrification project being extended from the national grid all the way to Katape in the next 3, 4, 5 years. So once we have these people, Black Star Energy, which is providing us off-grid quality electricity that will support rural industries and also support rural economy to grow. I decided to bring them here.
Prince Apia reporting.
The construction of a bigger tunnel that will link East Legon to Spinters Road has started. Some portions of the Tema motorway after the toll booth have been cordoned off to make way for the new 9 to 10 meter tunnel. The project, which is expected to be complete in 10 months, may delay, according to a safety officer with Sonetra, the firm that's constructing this tunnel. Now, Mr. Prempe hints some fiber optic cables belonging to some telecommunication companies may delay the project. Upon completion in 10 months, commuters will no longer be stuck on either side of the current one-way tunnel as they wait for traffic to flow in the opposite direction. The project is, however, expected to disrupt traffic on the Accra-Tema motorway as the tunnel is dug underneath it.
Only the idea behind the whole project is to solve the traffic problem. So if you block the road, that means you've not solved the traffic problem. Okay. So what you have to do, like I said before, we are not going to block any road. Okay. The little space that we have on the motorway, we are going to make do with it. That's the reason why we shifted the traffic. We saw that the median is so wide enough, just like I was saying. The median is almost about 12 meters, but the carriageway is just about 7.3 meters. Which means the median is wider than the carriageway. So we shift the traffic there, and I think it's flowing. We see it. What the next is, you're going to give us a chance so that we can start cutting. The new tunnel will be between 8 to 9 meters, okay, which the existing one that we see over there is just 3 meters. Okay. So that tells you that the new tunnel is bigger enough to take 2 traffic flows. That's it. Okay.
So are we going to have a new tunnel, one for entry, one for exit, or you're just going to construct a bigger one to take care of entry and an exit?
No. It's just one bigger one, bigger one of about 8 to 9 meters. Okay. Yeah, I think a minimum of 8 meters, okay, so that the 2 traffic can really flow. Yeah.
So what then would happen to the old one?
Actually, the old one will be there, untouched, but we are not going to use because, according to history of the motorway, it was not meant for a traffic flow. It was meant for a cattle, something. That this one is going to be. That's why it was built just a one lane. Okay. Yeah, but this one is just 2 lanes that can take the traffic to and from. So I think after the new tunnel, yeah, the new construction, the road will be shifted from the old one to the side. We will construct a new road. Okay. Yeah, we'll construct a new road. We are not going to use the old one again. Okay. That's it. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So what time period do you envisage that you're going to be done with this construction?
In actual fact, we have a period of 10 months, but I don't know. Unless let's say natural things, okay, natural things like natural phenomena like rainfalls or something, or the utility lines. We are dealing with a utility company. That's a problem. How they relocate their lines, their fiber optics that lead from Accra to Tema and so on and so forth. We are in touch with them for them to remove it. That's a problem. If for any delay, that will be the problems that we are going to be.
Fiber optics belonging to
MTN, Airtel, Tigo, all the telecommunications. The fiber optic is behind this place, the other side of the way. Okay. The fiber optic is there. So what we have to do is to allow them to come and relocate their fiber optic. And at the end of the day, we can also start excavating the other side. From this side, it's just the northern side of it. Okay. The second, we have to move to the other side, the southern part of it. The southern part is where it's affected so much with the fiber optic lines.